Yo, 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 King Earner coming to you live and direct. I'm going to touch bases on something. First, everybody, welcome to the Honorable Talk Show. I want to talk on tonight Dr. Umar Johnson. The reason why I want to talk on Dr. Umar Johnson in a depth way is because a lot of people keep saying me and him look alike. And as far as I'm concerned, we don't. But hey, whatever you guys see, and there's something positive in him, hopefully you guys see that positivity to me. Although it takes some of you a while to go to my videos and listen to really find out my goal. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson is an individual that he kind of took the same path, except he has an education behind his. And we also spoke at the Honorable Black and Nobel. That's at 410 South Street now. Black and Nobel is owned by the CEO, Hakeem, who's a very honorable man. This man has helped me and my family in many instances. And when I went to prison, no one understood me. No one cared to understand me. This man stood by me 100%. And guess what? He allowed me to know if you're doing negative things, our association, our dealings will not be together. But if you're having problems like every other black man that has problems and end up in jail, I understand, and here I am to help you. He put my clothes into his store when it was at Broad and Erie, and he used to tell me, man, I had no courage in selling my clothes to continue to do it. He used to always tell me when I would come to pick him up, and the sign was called Jail Livers I had on there. He used to be like, man, you know, you didn't sell nothing, but keep promoting like you're promoting. I'm telling you it's gonna sell. And I didn't believe him, and I kept on, they began to sell. Then I had no tattletailing. Of course, people didn't take to that too well. He told me, listen, they're gonna sell, just keep promoting. Eventually, I kept promoting, kept promoting, and everything began to sell. And I would tell everybody, if you wanna get your clothes somewhere, you wanna get them in Black and Nobel. Then when Lee got the Ernest thing popping and we started doing that and started selling the shirts, oh my goodness, man. We went to jail, the sales went through the roof, and I paid for my lawyer. I paid for my lawyer for that. I paid for my bail from off of selling shirts. And I want for individuals to understand that Hakeem was that honorable of a man that he allowed Umar Johnson to actually speak into his facility. Yep. He spoke there for many different events. And with all these events, he began to grow. Now, Black and Nobel has always done that for individuals, but here comes me, what some people call me a little Umar Johnson. And like I said, you know, I'm not speaking from the educational part on the book. I've dealt with it experientially, you know, day for day all my life. So that's why when he speaks, I can understand him. It's just that when he uses big words, sometimes I get lost, but I understand the format and I understand his goal. It's many other Umar Johnsons in our community. We have a lot of different guys. We have Wallow 267, who's a motivator. We have individuals who, you know, helping people get an awareness of being able to protect themselves. That's Black Guns Matter. We got individuals through the whole city, you know. Even when it comes down to the AR Abs, the one who's working in the studio and spitting that pain into the speakers, and the Elite Mosses spitting that pain in the dark lows, they're getting that pain out of their system of what they used to live, and they put in the community, allowing the youngins to know, listen, this is the music, don't do this, but we went from that to owning our own businesses. Umar Johnson is a leader. He's a leader. The reason why I say he's a leader, because he doesn't just stay in Philadelphia. He state to state, and he gets booked, and he makes a whole lot of money off of it. He has a big center that he was building. And guess what ended up happening with that center? Our own people put out lies about Dr. Umar Johnson. The same individuals that he was helping, the same individuals that he was giving them therapy online and personally when they were calling him every day, he made sure that he helped those individuals regardless, even after all the rumors were out. And he was hearing things. You would still hear him in Alabama. He would be pulling up at a big field where they picking cotton, and he would be This is what our ancestors went through. Look at this field. And he was giving individuals like myself courage to actually step up and speak on what they want to speak on. See, my platform may not be in the direction of Umar Johnson's because he's bringing people aware of our people. But my program, the Honor Your Life campaign, it is helping individuals, young individuals, come away from the streets every day. So when you got your Umar Johnsons, you got your Kaepernick, you got your Wallows, you got all these individuals in our community helping one another, what ends up happening is each angle helps a child get to the next step. Some of you guys might not understand that. Some of you guys might not be able to digest that. But in due time, you will see. I can say for me, in the school system, last year I helped a lot of young individuals. I speak to them online now. They be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm back into regular public school. I'm not into that discipline school no more. And it blows my mind, but at the same token, I smile because here it is. I was an individual who used to go to Boone School. I worked there. Here it is. I used to snatch people earrings and chains and dudes' big truck ropes and rob them all in front of these different schools. And now these schools are becoming monuments for people to get a good education. Monuments where people are playing basketball, succeeding and getting out of crime and getting out of the streets. I want to thank Umar Johnson. I want to thank the individuals that helped Umar Johnson because I believe with him, eventually our leadership, black people, because we're going to be leading soon, our leadership will help the world understand that racism, you know, is no longer alive, you know, even though it's alive right now. But by the time you have a brother like Umar Johnson, if he get this man in four corners of the earth, no racism. You know why? Because he's going to give them a position of understanding who they are, and he gives us a position of understanding who we are. And we have our Hakeems from Black and Nobel who gives us a position. But a lot of people don't understand that not only did Black and Nobel give Umar Johnson the floor to say honor other people and speak it, and never looked up to say, hey, help me, I need anything. No, always was with positivity. If anybody ever talked negative, and I've seen individuals do it, talk negative about Umar Johnson in front of Hakeem, he checked it with honor and respect. You know why? That's who he is. He bases everything off of honor and respect. He's a strong individual, a strong man. If anyone ever said anything about King Erna, he always checked it in a positive way. It's never in a negative way. It's always a way for you to see who that person really was. And a lot of people begin to love me through Hakeem. A lot of people will love you if you pay attention to Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, Dr. Sebi also was an honorable guy who was at Black and Nobel. And guess what? Dr. Sebi taught us healing through sea moss gold, a natural product. 92 of the 102 minerals that your body is made of. When I say healing, I'm speaking of good health. You want good health? You worried about, oh, I might catch cancer? This doesn't stop it. Nothing can cure anything unless you know what can cure you in your heart. What cures your heart? And you know what cures your heart? The understanding of faith. And that sea moss gold cured my negative thinking to the point where as though my anger went from there to here to here. I still have issues to work on. But when I have guys like Umar Johnson, when I have guys like Mitchell Chance, when I have these guys and I look at these dudes, I say to myself, those are my role models because they have the education on it. When I only have the experience, like Mitchell Chance has the education along with the experience also. His name is Berfukunum, if I'm not mistaken, may Allah forgive me, BFK Numa, Numah, if I'm not mistaken. Follow him on Instagram. I'm following him, King Erna 1, and follow Black and Nobel, blackandnobel.com. Black and Nobel on Instagram. But all of these individuals are individuals that, whether they know it or not, I look up to them, and I follow things that I see them do in reference to their experience and education in the book. We need more Dr. Umar Johnsons. We need more Dr. Sabries. We need more Professor Griffs. We need all these individuals, man, because these individuals are the individuals that help individuals like me that was all the way in the mud, all the way mentally distressed on everything in life, period. And they pulled me out by paying attention and listening to them. I'm King Earner from the Honor Your Life campaign. It's all about you taking something great out of all these great individuals, putting them in one, and giving your message and your goals. Stick to it. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, King Earner, you ain't supposed to be talking about this. No. I know what helps individuals. I know what these parents need. And guess what? These parents understand that. King Earner live and direct.